Hey guys, what is up? Impulse back again today with a nuclear video for you guys. I think this is the first time I've actually just posted like a normal like nuclear straight up. The other nuclears that I would have posted, I guess, were just in the high scoring gameplays, like when I'm using like Dog Swarm and whatever that is. But this is actually like a UAV, CUAV, and a VSAT. So this is the class setup that you want to run if you're going strictly for nuclears or like non-lethal gameplays. It's really good setup actually to get nuclears. This was probably my second game going for one, maybe first or second game going for one, and I managed to pick up a nuclear. I found it wasn't too tough to pick up. I think the biggest thing you have to do is just work on getting your first VSAT, and once you get your first VSAT, if you play it smart, you can pretty much guarantee yourself your streaks again, because when you're using the UAV and CUAV, they just rack you up so many points, because every time your teammate gets a kill, you get a UAV assist, which is 10 points. So if you have a UAV CUAV up, that's 20 points each time your teammate gets a kill. And if you're playing ground war, your teammates are going to be getting quite a few kills, so that'll end up being like racking you up quite a lot of points and leading you off to your VSAT pretty fast, and making it pretty easy to get your next score streak. So that's exactly what I do in this gameplay. You'll see I probably call in maybe 4 or 5 VSATs. I call in so many, just to get this nuclear, and it's actually not like the fastest nuclear at all, but I thought it's still kind of impressive because it is a nuclear nonetheless, which is not the easiest thing to get, but if you're running the right class setup, you can definitely do it without too much of a problem, I think. So that's what I'm going to try and give you guys some tips right here on how to get nuclears and stuff. Use it by using like the non-lethal support, or like non-lethal score streak setup, because you can get nuclears and stuff with your like if you're using like dogs and swarm and stuff like I mentioned before, because it's just 30 gun kills is what you need to get the nuclear. So you don't need to be running this, but this definitely makes it a lot easier. So I'll give you some tips if you're running non-lethals to get a nuclear. So if you don't know already, a nuclear is a 30 gun streak, or like C4 or knifing. Any of that stuff counts towards it, just not like normal score streaks like dogs and swarm do not count towards it. Um, so what you want to do to get your nuclear, you want to get your UAV, obviously. That's the first thing you'll get. Call in your CUAV once you get that. And once you start getting those, every time, like I mentioned before, your teammates get a kill, you'll get 20 points, which makes it super easy to get your VSAT, at least in my opinion. I found it gets pretty simple to get your VSAT, because once, like, say your teammates get like 10 kills, that's like what is that? 20 times 10, 200 points. That's 2 kills right there for you. 2 less kills that you have to get if you're playing domination. So it makes it quite a bit easier to get your VSAT after. Um, so once you get your VSAT, you want to pretty much play it a little bit more. Well, it depends. You probably want to play it safe. Just look at your VSAT, really play smart, and you just run around, looking on your minimap, and playing really smart, like I just said, and you'll be able to get your next score streaks very easy once your VSAT's up, because it lasts 45 seconds if you guys don't know. So within those 45 seconds, you should be able to almost get like another VSAT from it. I think you'll see mostly in this gameplay that's what I do. I'll have one VSAT. By the time my next VSAT's gone, I've already got another VSAT. So you pretty much have a constant VSAT, or at least UAV. So that makes it quite easy to get these long gun streaks and stuff. So if once you're going for those 30 score streaks, you want to make sure you're running a good class setup. And what I'd recommend is definitely having scavenger on your class. You definitely want scavenger because you don't want to be picking up random guns. You want to stick to your main primary gun. And what other perks you want? You definitely want, what ones am I using? I'm using Ghost. I'd probably recommend. Actually, you don't really need Ghost too much because you'll have a counter UAV up most of the time. So you could get away with using like Flak Jacket and what's the other one? Hardline. I'm using hardline in this one, but you probably don't need as much either because you're not going for those high score streaks. It doesn't really help as much if you're going for if you're using lower score streaks like a UAV and counter UAV. So you could really just put on Flak Jacket for your first one, not need to worry about a primary or a perk one greed. So that's what I'd recommend, is just using like Flak Jacket for your first perk, second perk Scavenger, third perk probably like Tac Mask or something like that. and you should be good. Then you could have silencer and fast mags. Maybe if you're using a submachine gun, silencer isn't as necessary because you're not going to be showing up if you have a counter UAV up. But sometimes they do shoot your counter UAVs down pretty fast, so you might want a silencer, and then throw on a secondary of your choice, like a B-23R, or like a Cap 40, something like that. And I think I get the last kill like right here as the game ends. So hopefully these tips did help you out, guys, and will help you get some nuclears for yourself. And there you can see I pick up the nuclear, and the game ends right as I get it. So not the fast nuclear, but it was pretty good still. So if you guys did enjoy, let's shoot for maybe like 40 likes, and thank you guys for watching. Anyways, guys, I'm out. Peace.